Hi everybody, for English today this is going to be a longer video, so make sure you've got some time and a nice clear space to do your learning. You also need your English book and a pencil. If you don't have those things, go and get them now, pause the video and press play again when you're ready. So you should have your English book and a pencil. Open your English book to a brand new page because we're doing some brand new learning today. Let's get started though with a bit of a recap. I've put a sentence on the board and I would describe this as being a bit of a boring sentence. Let's read it together. The boy looked at the photographs. It's a sentence that makes sense. It's got a capital letter and a full stop. The boy looked at the photographs. But it's a bit boring. I wonder if you can help me make it more interesting by adding in some adjectives to make these noun phrases. The something boy looked at the something photographs. Have a think. What sort of boy? And then what sort of photographs? Think of some adjectives. Pause the video and write your sentence with those noun phrases now. If you haven't written the sentence, make sure you have. I'd love to see your ideas. I've decided on my adjectives, and I think I'm going to use the word curious for the boy. Tricky word to spell. Curious. The curious boy looked at the... what would be a good adjective for the photographs? The curious boy looked at the nice photographs. It's a bit boring. The curious boy looked at the interesting photographs. That's a bit better. The curious boy looked at the... Got it! Amazing photographs. That's much more interesting. The curious boy looked at the amazing photographs. If you didn't write your own sentence, I'd like you to write this one in your book now. The curious boy looked at the amazing photographs. Pause the video, write this sentence. Okay, time for some new learning, which is always exciting. Today we're thinking about adverbs, not my subheading. Adverbs. Adverbs tell us how, where, or when something happens. Now we're going to concentrate on how it happens. And this is an example sentence. I ate my lunch quickly. It tells you how I ate my lunch. Quickly. Gives you a bit more information, makes it a bit more interesting. And adverbs go with the verb, the doing word. So I ate my lunch quickly. You could have lots and lots of different sorts of adverbs. How else could you eat your lunch? If you can eat it quickly, how else can you eat your lunch? I wonder if you're thinking of the same word that I'm thinking of. Here are some adverbs. Let's read them together. Quickly, carefully, happily, slowly, politely, and greedily. Let's talk about this word politely. What does that mean? Politely means you're doing it in a sensible way. Perhaps you're using nice manners. You're following the rules of where you are. You are being polite. You are doing something politely. What do you notice about all of these words? I'll read them again. See if you can spot what I'm talking about. Quickly, carefully, happily, slowly, politely, greedily. What can you spot? Hopefully you're thinking, hang on, they all end in ly, ly, ly. And that's true for lots and lots of adverbs. Not all adverbs, but the ones we're looking at today will all end in ly, with L-Y. Careful with your spelling, make sure you're writing L-Y and not another ly sound. We want L-Y today on all of our adverbs. Write this sentence in your book and choose one of these adverbs. I spoke to the teacher quickly, carefully, happily, slowly, politely, greedily. I spoke to the teacher quickly. If you think that's the one you want to do, write that sentence now. I spoke to the teacher carefully. I spoke to the teacher happily. I spoke to the teacher slowly. I spoke to the teacher politely, or I spoke to the teacher greedily. Which one are you going to choose? Write your sentence now. Don't forget to pause the video to give yourself time. Okay, the one I would choose for this, the one I think makes the most sense, could be I spoke to the teacher politely. I spoke to the teacher politely. You might have something different that makes sense, and that's fine. This is my choice. If yours matches mine, great. Let's have a look at another example. He ate an enormous pizza. How did he eat that pizza? Did he eat it quickly? Did he eat it carefully? Did he eat it happily? Slowly, politely, or greedily? Decide now and write your sentence. I'm going to say some of the choices. He ate an enormous pizza quickly. Ooh, that could work. That could work. He ate an enormous pizza carefully. That works too. He ate an enormous pizza happily. Could be. He ate an enormous pizza slowly. All of these make sense at the moment. He ate an enormous pizza politely, or he ate an enormous pizza greedily. Ooh, a tricky decision for me to make. You write the sentence now, pause the video if you need to, before I choose. I'm going to choose greedily. Greedily. He ate an enormous pizza greedily. Gives me more information about this character. Didn't share it with anybody else. Really greedy person. Makes my writing more interesting. Makes me ask more questions in my own head. Ready for the next one? The girl crossed the road. How did she cross the road? Now, if you're sitting there at home thinking, Mrs. Scudder, you just said the girl. It's a bit boring. You're absolutely right. You can make this better too. You could say the small girl or the sensible girl, because then that might change the adverb you use. Remember, these adverbs tell us how the girl crossed the road. Did she cross the road quickly? Could be. Carefully? Could be. Happily? Slowly? Politely? Or greedily? Probably not greedily. The small girl, the sensible girl crossed the road. You decide now, write your sentence. The sensible girl crossed the road. I'm going to choose carefully. Carefully. I mean, that's how I always cross the road, and I'm sure you do too. The sensible girl crossed the busy road carefully. The sensible girl crossed the main road carefully. Adding in those adjectives to make noun phrases and using an adverb. 1, 2, 3, well done me. Okay, on to the next one then. If you haven't finished this sentence, finish that, press pause, come back to me when you're ready. Okay, here's the next one. The tortoise crossed the road. Now this is a bit different, isn't it? We had the sensible girl, and now we've got the tortoise. Now you could add in a noun phrase, an adjective to make that noun phrase. So there's something tortoise, crossed the something road. Then think, how did the tortoise cross the road? That adverb, how did it cross the road? Quickly, carefully, happily, slowly, politely, or greedily? Your choice. Write this sentence now. If you want to make it even better, put in those noun phrases. Pause the video, come back when you've finished. The tortoise crossed the road. I could make it interesting and have quickly. We start asking, what's this strange tortoise that can move quickly? But I'm going to stick with slowly. The old tortoise crossed the dusty road slowly. I've used old and dusty to make this sentence even more interesting. That's the sort of thing, if you use that in your writing today, that's when you start getting points for being a thoughtful thinker and doing your personal best. Okay, we're going to listen to Flotsam. I'm going to read it to you without the pictures. And I'd like you to listen very carefully for the adverbs that you can hear in